Eric Skeeters, assistant coach at UMBC, University of Maryland, Baltimore County, with men's basketball here at year number 6 with the Huddle Touch Men of Valor Conference. And being, as the kids keep me young and coaching college athletics, so from day one, down with my day ones, this event has taken off. The work that Pastor Singletary is doing and his staff, this could be a life-changing, it is a life-changing event for all involved. So we started as members of Pastor Singletary's church in Tampa for just the men of the church and being better fathers on Father's Day weekend. Bringing your sons started the next year, with some men bringing their sons, and then we started with the athletes. And this has turned into a sports ministry unlike no other. That the team, so Pastor and I go back to obviously 2009, taking an assistant coaching job at USF University of South Florida. And his message to the 2011-2012 NCAA tournament team of WHAM, will-altering matter. And Pastor Singletary proclaimed greatness in the room on New Year's Eve, that a team that was one game above 500 had godly, spiritually, and as a unit could achieve everything possible. And that season ended up with finishing in the 3rd round of the NCAA tournament with the first and most wins in school history in the NCAA tournament, the most wins in the Big East Conference in the history of USF being in the Big East. Stan Heath, our head coach, was Big East Coach of the Year, and they've proclaimed it the best team in USF men's basketball history. And that was all because of Pastor Singletary and his word from God, his proclamation of greatness in that room. Currently, I'm an assistant coach at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, UMBC, the Retrievers, which when we took over the program under our head coach Ryan Odom, we were all as a staff a spiritual group of coaches, all God-fearing individuals, husbands, fathers. And our core values were a part of everything that we've done as a staff for 2 years under Coach Odom, to the mission, the accomplishment of making history in the NCAA tournament of the first 16 seed to be the number 1 seed in the history of NCAA men's basketball tournament. 135. So I say all that to say, here this weekend in the beautiful Innisbrook Resort, the teams, the men, the young men, the coaches, the parents, the dads, the sons, the teammates have all, there was a great message told to everyone, ranging from the Hawk Johnson, the great welterweight, middleweight boxer from the 1980s, was a world champion, and his story from the Virgin Islands, to Pastor Singletary and the work that the whole entire Huddle Touch group does. It's now grown to Texas, to Baltimore, throughout the state of Florida, Alabama, I think Georgia. It's growing nationally, and it's actually growing internationally. There in St. Thomas, I guess you could call that international. My geography is not the best, but Caribbean. This sports ministry, this group of men, and everyone involved can impact the lives, and has impacted the lives of so many athletes. It's all involved. Talk about how pre-game, post-game, in practice, the fellowship, the message, the word, the spirituality of everyone involved has made such an impact in each individual's life, from the givers and the receivers, and the coaches and the players, and the ministers, and those who are taking time out of their schedules or making time for this event, for the games all year long. Now Pastor Singletary is up in Baltimore, Coppin Academy. I think it's the first school that's joined from that area. We plan to get him up to UMBC. The list goes on and on of all the schools that's involved, that's growing in. And I'm so enlightened and so excited every time I come here. It's just such a great event that I know everyone out there within the sound of my voice, once you have an experience with it, a taste of it, and if you see all the videos that 685 Media is producing for this event, this will continue to grow. It's now established. Again, this is year 2 for the combine and the events, the actual sporting events taking place. But the actual conference and the actual mission of bringing young men to Christ, to be believers, and just expanding on those who are involved. I'd be remiss if I did not mention some of the people like Pastor Eric Cummins, Pastor Kenny Berry, Pastor Coates, and everyone that's been here since the beginning. Zelvis Applin, who's now just doing all the daily work, the hourly work of being Pastor Singletary's right hand. These men of God are doing a tremendous service to the youth in America. It is now, I can say that, it's not just Florida. It's growing. And to them, I say thank you. May God continue to bless you in all that you touch, including myself and including my family, and the impact that you're doing. Congratulations and continued success, and God bless you.